Have you ever gone to buy a cup of coffee, pick up a takeout order, or even use a self-service kiosk only to be greeted by a screen asking you for a tip? If your first reaction is, "Wait a minute, who exactly am I tipping?" you are definitely not alone. Good evening, I'm Saint Fleur, and you're watching Global Pulse News TV. Tonight, Americans appear to be reaching what could literally be called a tipping point, as more consumers say they are tired of being asked to leave gratuities practically everywhere they go. The frustration appears to be changing consumer behavior. According to the survey, 42% of respondents said they are becoming more comfortable simply pressing no tip when they believe a gratuity is unnecessary. That means, even though people may be getting more comfortable saying no, many still feel awkward when that screen gets turned toward them. And here's another interesting number. Consumers estimated that during the past year, they spent about $130 on tips they personally felt were unnecessary. For families already dealing with higher food, housing, transportation, and other everyday expenses, those extra few dollars at each transaction can add up quickly. But this debate has another side. Many restaurant employees, delivery drivers, bartenders, and hospitality workers depend heavily on gratuities as part of their income. So when consumers reduce their tips across the board because of frustration with automated tip screens, traditional tipped workers can also feel the impact. That is why some experts say consumers should separate traditional tipping situations from newer situations where a payment terminal simply gives you the option. At a full-service restaurant, where a server takes your order, brings your meal, checks on your table, and provides continued service, tipping remains a well-established part of American dining culture. But when you order your own food, pick it up yourself, or complete an entire transaction through a machine, many customers are questioning whether the same tipping expectations should apply. Popmenu found that 35% of consumers said they were reducing tips at restaurants. 24% said they were cutting back on grocery delivery tips. 19% said they were tipping less at hotels, while another 19% said the same about taxis and ride services. And tipping is declining in some casual dining settings as well. Only 39% of consumers surveyed said they tip at coffee shops, while 27% tip at food trucks, and just 22% tip at fast food restaurants. So what should you do when that screen turns around? The key may be remembering that not every electronic request carries the same expectation. Consider the amount of personal service you received, whether tipping has traditionally been customary in that situation, and what you can reasonably afford. And don't forget, a tip is supposed to recognize service. A computer screen asking for one doesn't automatically mean you are required to give it. Meanwhile, the bigger debate continues. Should customers continue supplementing workers' wages through gratuities, or should businesses simply pay workers more and charge customers the full cost upfront? Interestingly, 56% of consumers surveyed said they would be willing to pay more for meals and drinks if doing so meant higher wages for employees and eliminating tipping altogether. So perhaps the tipping conversation in America is entering a new chapter. Now we want to hear from you. Have tipping requests gotten out of control? Do you still tip 20% at restaurants? And when you see a tip screen at a self-service kiosk, do you tip or skip? Tell us what you think in the comments below. I'm Saint Fleur, and this is Global Pulse News TV. For more stories affecting your money, your community, and your everyday life, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next report.